Muskrat?
Muskrat, she's right in front. Yeah. Mink, come on. You can stand down here if you want, babe. It's dry and firm.
Okay.
Just if you have to follow the chase, it'll be difficult. Come on, Shuni. So if you look here, this is a muskrat track. And obviously it's not a complete track, but you can just tell by the way the fingers are sharp and pointy. It's mixed in with a lot of other stuff. And here we can see some raccoon tracks. Notice the rounder, fatter fingers, obviously much bigger track size. But the shape's more important than the size because sometimes you can be thrown off by the size. If it's a really big muskrat or a really small raccoon, or maybe the track's kind of stretched out. More muskrat sign along here. So there's a chance there's one here. One thing though, if you look, the water's not that deep. You see it's pretty shallow. So muskrat would feel pretty uncomfortable living here long term. But this time of year they don't have a lot of options after the canal drains. So with there being a den system, good food, and at least some water, there's a chance there's still a muskrat here. We'll just have to stick Mama down and see if she finds it. So we're gonna do Mamba's first ever hunt for muskrats. We've been waiting for this day for a long time and patiently allowing her to mature. And it seems like, hopefully we're correct, that she is ready. So we'll give her a try, see how she reacts. If she's all forward motion, then we'll continue hunting muskrats. If she's showing some hesitancy, we'll just let her mature a little further. Now, my other mink, if you'll notice, they're already hunting muskrats. And the reason is because they're still with their siblings, and that gives them an added bit of confidence. And so they've been killing muskrats for a little while now, just because they're able to use teamwork and it builds their confidence. Mamba's got to do it all on her own, so we've been waiting a little longer for her to mature. So let's let her go, see what we can find. Shuni, come out of the hole. So one of the reasons I'm hunting this particular spot is we've been here before earlier in the year and we caught a bunch of adult muskrats. We did, however, lose one real small one. So we're hoping that small one is still here and that she'll catch a smaller muskrat, as that will be easier to build her confidence. But who knows? It could be gone and there could be a big one here. Who knows? We're just going to give it a shot and hopefully we'll get lucky.
She just went down a hole.
What?
She just went down a hole.
As Mamba worked the reeds and muskrat dens along the canal, eventually she made her way to a hidden drainage pipe that I was unaware of.
Mamba!
Where'd she go?
Mamba!
Oh, there's another pipe.
I prefer to keep my mink out of drainage pipes because you never know where they might lead. People ask me all the time if I worry about a mink going down a muskrat hole and never coming out, and I always have to laugh at that question. What's the mink going to do down in that hole that would make it never come out? I mean, eventually it's going to get thirsty or bored or hungry or something and eventually come out of the hole, right? But with a drainage pipe, it could literally go for miles under the streets, and who knows where the mink will come out. Of course, I always promptly call my mink out of the pipe when they go in there, but I always worry that there'll be something more interesting down in the pipe to lead the mink away, like maybe a brown rat or even maybe a muskrat running down the pipe.
Do it inside so it echoes in. She's there?
So I was quite happy when Mamba finally responded to my call and came out of the drainage pipe, so we could then move on to a safer area to hunt.
There's muskrat.
Muskrat?
Muskrat, she's right in the foot. Ooh, it's a little one. Perfect, nice little one. Oh, she got it.
That was really small.
Yeah, it was a perfect little one. Maybe just get her to bring it out now. Let's get the harness on her just to be safe. So, since she drug it back up in a hole, just to be safe, I don't want to take the chances she's going to start eating it. So I'm going to put this harness on her just as a safety precaution. So we got this harness on just in case she decides to try eating it in the hole. I just want to make sure she brings it back, doesn't learn a bad habit here. I think it's right there maybe. I don't know, we'll see. I want her to practice bringing it back.
I absolutely hate waste, so I go to great lengths to train my mink to retrieve their kills out of a burrow so that we can take the animal home and use it for mink food. Unfortunately, teaching a mink to retrieve its kill, or what I typically refer to as caching, is a very difficult and time-consuming ordeal.
Yeah, you gotta bring the muskrat back, sweetheart. See, look, you want the food, right? Want that food? Oh, doesn't that taste good? You gotta bring the muskrat back.
So because of the amount of time and effort it requires to teach a mink to cache, I only take the time to train 1 or maybe 2 mink to do it, and then I use that caching mink to retrieve not only its own kills, but also the kills of any other mink that might make a kill underground. Mamba is my designated caching mink, but she's still learning.
But for her training, she needs to bring it all the way back.
There she goes.
There she goes.
Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl. There you go. Good mink. Good mink. That's a little one. Perfect for a starter muskrat. Perfect little starter muskrat. That was excellent. That was just what I was going for. Hoping for something nice and small. And we got lucky. It's about as small as you're going to get this time of year. Yeah, so awesome. First hunt was successful, and man, what a luck. You know, we caught exactly what we're looking for. Not something nice and small, not too intimidating. And when you put a mink down, you never know what'll come out. So we were very fortunate to get a little one that wasn't too intimidating. You saw she was still a little bit hesitant. She wasn't totally gung-ho on it. She was all mostly forward motion, but she's pretty hesitant. So now I gotta wonder, do I give her a little more time, let her mature further? Because the next muskrat might not be this small. In fact, probably won't be this small. So that's just something I'll have to weigh and decide. Do I try again, or do I give her a couple weeks or a month and then try again? We'll see. But she did a good job today. I was proud of her. You're cuddling with me, you little cuddler. We can take this off now. Oh, you little cuddler, you come cuddle up with me. You like hunting? You liking this hunting? Even though all you do is play with sticks? Good job, Mamba. Good job.